Good morning. Welcome back. It's Tuesday, April 15th. This is the Property Rundown, and my name is Jay Schwartz, your local St. John's metro area realtor. So let's get straight into the daily market watch. We have had in the past 24 hours 20 new listings, which is great. 2 properties back on market, 18 properties under contract, 3 properties that went to pending, 2 properties that have successfully closed, 2 withdrawn, and 1 expired. So let's get straight into the new listings. All right, so the first new listing we have is 44 Eannes Drive for $479,900. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2,800 square foot home. This is in Chapman Terrace. They have the list price isn't bad. Yeah, I just think that they might not drive as much interest as they possibly could have. I still see this going over asking, not by much though. Maybe getting like 485, possibly 490. Then we have 3 Annie's Way, Flat Rock, 3-bed, 3-bath, 2,400 square foot home, new build for 500,000. That will probably sell at asking price. We have 67 Power Street, St. John's, a 3-bed, 3-bath, 2,100 square foot home, downtown for 499, semi-detached. That's overpriced. Highly doubt that they're going to get that unless it's like drop dead gorgeous inside. Let's just take a quick look. Let's see. So maybe it's a two apartment. No. All right. Yeah, I don't know. No, way overpriced. They're not going to get what they think they're going to get. 38 Cordelia Crescent. This is in Torbay, a 4-bed, 4-bath, 3,700 square foot home. So a large executive home for $674,900 on a nice big piece of land with a tree line in the back. That is probably going to go a little under asking, but still in the same in the right realm of the list price, like maybe 650 plus. And then we have 5 Logie Bay Road, single family home, 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,500 square feet for $389,900. The next one is in the East End, 5 Logie Bay Road, St. John's, 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,500 square foot. And I saw this listing come up. It does look pretty nice. It's in the East End, which is highly desirable. Logie Bay isn't the top tier of the East End, but I can see this one going a little over. Maybe getting like 410 would be really good for them. And then next we have 5 Dellemere Place, Paradise, 2-bed, 1-bath, 1,500 square foot, $239,900, semi-detached. This is definitely going to go over asking for at least 250, I would say, possibly significantly more. Could go 260, 270. Very desirable price range, and it's a decent amount of square footage. As long as it's nice on the inside, it will definitely sell over asking. Next we have 43 Smallwood Drive, Mount Pearl, a 4-bed, 2-bath, 2,000 square foot home for $309,900. So Mount Pearl, the homes on Smallwood Drive are quite old. If it's been updated, then this should definitely sell over asking without a doubt. And by the looks of it, it looks like they got vinyl windows, they got vinyl siding. If the interior has also been updated, this will most certainly sell over asking. Next, we have 42 Newton Road, 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,200 square feet for $449,900. Okay, so it's downtown. They're asking quite a bit a lot, so it must be, or Newtown Road. Did I say Newton? Newtown Road. Off-street parking. Let's have a look. It has to be pretty nice. And it is. Okay. Interesting option. Little pricey. I think it's a bit pricey. Newtown Road is high in demand, but this is a little bit steep, maybe. All right, back to where we were. Okay, so next we have 14 Cedarhurst Place, St. John's, a 3+2 bedroom, so it's a single family, so it's a 5 bedroom, 3 bathroom, 3,300 square foot home for $624,900. Um, that is a lot of square footage. I think the list price is probably pretty good, but it's got to be somewhat nice inside to get asking price. So depending on the condition inside, they should be able to get asking. Next we have 23 Broham Drive, a 2 apartment listed for 375, 5 bed, 2 bath, 1,900 square feet. So that's kind of small for a 5 bed, 2 apartment, but that is still going to go over asking. That's in a great neighborhood, Elizabeth Park. It's definitely going to sell over asking. It might even get like 420, which would be, really good for the sellers, but surprising for the square footage, but it could happen. Next, we have 58 East Ave Street, a 3 bed, 1 bath, 1,600 square foot home for 300,000. This looks like a little bit of an above average kind of listing for East Ave Street. Looks like it's a little bit more well taken care of than most of the properties on that street. The list price is good. It should sell over asking. That's a strategic list price right there. Trying to tap into the higher kind of price bracket, 300 plus, while still showing up in the 250 to 300 price range. Next, we have 2 Redberry Street. Looks like a new build, 2 apartment, 579.9, 5 bed, 5 bath, 2,500 square feet. That's pretty standard price for a 2 apartment of that size nowadays. So that's pretty good. Next, we have 17 Cheney Drive. I think I said that right. 4 bed, 4 bath, 3,700 square foot home. So that's a huge home, $639,900. If that home is in decent shape and it has a modern heat system, it should definitely sell for asking. And then we have 48 Castle Bridge Drive, St. John's, 5 bed, 3 bath, 3,600 square foot home, listed for $619,900. So yeah, right in the same kind of range in terms of pricing. Like it's a little bit smaller, so they got a little bit less of a list price. I think these are both priced very well for the homes that they are. And then we have 6 Royal Sovereign Close, Mount Pearl, a 6 bed, 4 bath, 4,700 square foot home. So that is an absolutely massive home. $699,900. Very large home. List price seems fair for the square footage. That's a new construction. What? All right, let's click on it. Let's see what this is all about. Who built this? No way, that's a new construction. Like, yeah, this is not new construction. They've got this improperly labeled. This is definitely built. Let's see, 1998. Ooh, older than I thought. So yeah, they got it labeled as new construction, but it's obviously built in 1998. But it's been updated. So this price is good. All right, let's move on to 15 Wyatt Boulevard for $259,900. 3 bed, 2 bath, 1,500 square feet, 259.9. Great list price for a detached home, 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. that should definitely sell over asking. Should get much closer to 300,000. And then we got a couple of new builds. So we got a single family, 2,600 square feet, 3-bed, 3-bath for $674,900 on 12 Frampton Avenue. And we have 29 Gallipoli Street. I don't know if I said that right. 3-bed, 3-bath, 2,800 square feet for $684,600. So I'm going to say those are probably the same builder. Then we have 66 Chapman Crescent, 3 beds, 1 bath, 1,100 square feet for $219,900. That's a small home. They should get asking maybe a little bit more. Like maximum I can see this going for is $230,000, considering the square footage in the single bathroom. But it is a high demand price range. Then we have 37 Navajo Place, St. John's, a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,200 square foot home for $429,900. Looks like a nice home, fair price. Yeah, that should sell over asking. All right, now let's move on to back on markets. Oh, we got a new build back on market, 46 Jensen Camp Road, 2-apartment for $559,900. So interesting. I don't know what's going on here. If it's going to be completed like any other new build, that is pretty kind of standard pricing for a 2-apartment, depending on the location. Nothing special there, but now that it's come back to market, maybe there's an opportunity to get it below asking. And then we have 5 Summer Street, St. John's, 3-bed, 1-bath, 1,100 square feet for $174,900. That's got to be a distressed property. That's a contractor special. So if you're looking for something to remodel, or it's probably a full remodel. It's probably not even flip worthy. Now, sold listings. We've got 74 Bennett Avenue, a 3-bed, 3-bath, 1,900 square foot townhouse that was listed for $385,000, sold for $397,000. So they did well. They got 12,000 over asking. And we have 7 to 7A Hudson Lane, Pooch Cove, 5-bed, 2-bath, 1,900 square feet, duplex, listed for $199,900, sold for $185,000. Out in Pooch Cove, this kind of makes sense. Pretty far away from town. There wouldn't be a lot of demand. Anybody buying in Pooch Cove likely should be able to negotiate a lower purchase price, considering there should be not much competition. So they got $185,000, still not so bad. That concludes today's property rundown.
Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video educational. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. It helps support me and the channel. And if you are in the market and you're looking for a realtor and you want to work with me, then feel free to reach out to me directly. Links are always in the description. And also, you might want to check out one of these other videos.